for those who already have these conditions rated, the two questions are really, am I safe? Number one. And number two is, can I file for secondaries on these things, after the fact? If these changes go into effect, but I'm already rated for it, and then I develop a secondary, can I file for that? What's your take on that, Clay?
You absolutely can. Okay. So one thing I want to make very clear and kind of squash the what I call YouTube phenomenons. Okay, is it's a 38 CFR code. It's 3.951. Basically states it protects veterans' current ratings when a rating schedule is proposed and then finalized. Right. So that's where we're going to see whenever this goes down. That's what veterans are going to gravitate towards. The question is, if you file for an increase or if you file for a secondary, blanketly, if you give the VA a reason to look at mental health, is that going to give them evidentiary proof or the ability to lower and change that rating? This is up in the air. And what's weird, if you look at the 3.951, it's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. Per usual, it's very ambiguous. I think the VA is going to have a lot on their plate with this one, because for the VA to change a rating when a schedule of ratings proposed changes goes into effect, they have to have two things. One, material evidence, right? They can't just be like, you're 30%. They have to have material evidence. Two, that material evidence has to show change based on the old criteria, because that's what you were rated. And then that material evidence has to correlate with the new criteria. And how different the new mental health ratings are to the old mental health ratings, I think that's going to be a very, very tough road for the VA to cross, at least without screwing over, like just blanketly, screwing over a lot of veterans. I don't think that's going to happen. There's a possibility. I really don't think that's going to happen, because you're going to see every single attorney become millionaires if that happens, right? I really don't think that will happen, because the criteria are so different. It's going to be a difficult road for the VA to battle, right?
Right. Yeah. So basically, grandfathered in is what we're looking at. And as far as filing for any secondaries based off of that, they would allow that to happen based on the fact that it is a service-connected condition. It's not like they're taking away a service-connected condition. You would be grandfathered in, have that still as a service-connected condition. And if that service-connected condition, based on the old rating schedule that's still in effect for you because you were grandfathered in, if that condition's causing something else, you can absolutely file for that. And again, I'm going to just kind of tie back into this press release from the VA. So we're, speaking from the VA's own mouth here. It states here, once again, there will be no change to any veteran's current ratings based on these proposed changes. When the proposed changes are finalized, which again indicates that they are going to happen, right? So when they are finalized,
That's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're saying it, not if, when these proposed changes are finalized, veterans who currently receive compensation for a service-connected condition can apply for increased compensation. That would be your mental health folks. And even if a veteran's symptoms no longer warrant the current evaluation they have based on the finalized changes, no reductions shall be made unless an improvement in the veteran's disability is shown to have occurred based on the last schedule used to assign their evaluation. Huge information, right? So the big point here is that, yes, changes are happening. Again, we don't know exactly, because the comments period does sometimes make the VA change a little bit in how they're going to implement it. Again, back to the beginning of this video when I mentioned the fact that there is another proposed rule change that was put into effect, took 5 years to implement, and now it's here. They did listen to the comments and they made some changes according to the comments received. So there could be some changes. And again, who knows? Might be instead of eliminating tinnitus, they just drop it to a 0% rating. It's just 0% compensation for that specific rating, and then only those that have secondaries based on it would be able to actually have some sort of compensation. So the big takeaway here, again, for those that are watching, is to file your claims. Watch out if there is these proposed changes for mental health, because that could warrant that uptick. If you're already rated, you're good to go. Don't worry about it. You are going to be grandfathered in, which is absolutely fantastic.